So the very top blade here is a police Dagger, or it's a short sword. Then we have an SS chain dagger here, which is missing part of its chain. And then we have two SA daggers over here in brown. And then one with the two hangers that's in gold with the white grip is a naval officer's dagger. And to the left of that, we have a Hitler Youth knife without a scabbard. And then on the far left bottom, we have a World War I early bayonet, the big toothpick one. And next to that, we have a World War II artillery sword, NCO sword. And next to that, we have a lion head World War II officer sword. And next to that, we have an SS NCO Dagger. And then a Luftwaffe officer sword. And then the one that's cockeyed there is a Bavarian, I believe it's like 1870 or so sword. And then the one with the porte-paix on it, it's a lion head, is a World War II officer sword. And on the far right is a World War I artillery NCO sword, which is engraved. The scabbard is beat to hell, but the blade is beautifully engraved. And beneath that, we have a sawtooth World War I bayonet. And here we have a German paratrooper gravity knife, and this is a Weimar era dress bayonet. This bayonet here is how I met my ex-wife. And down here at the very bottom, we have a letter opener, which is a copy of a Army officer's dagger. Then we have I believe it's a fireman's dress bayonet. And then in the middle, we have a Luftwaffe dress bayonet, a police dress bayonet, a sawtooth bayonet from World War I, standard World War II bayonet, and another paratrooper gravity knife. So, quick explanation of a few of my German blades, or all of my German blades. Now let's go over to the other side. Here we have some Japanese blades. These are a little more impressive, I have to say. Now I want to talk initially about this Japanese naval officer's dick that has the red silk handkerchief tied to it. I was quail hunting out in Albany, Texas, and I met a gentleman in the coffee shop. I asked him if he was a World War II vet, and he invited me home with him, and he pulled that out, and he said, "Son, I was a .30 caliber water-cooled machine gun operator on Guadalcanal, and one night the Japanese made a banzai charge, and he said, we dared not shoot our machine gun for fear that they would concentrate on our position. So we only shot our rifles, and in the morning there was 41 dead Japs in front of our position, and this was in one of their pockets." Well, that's a naval officer. So I guess they were pouring everybody into the banzai charges. Let's talk about a few of these swords here. So on the far left here, we have the NCO sword, the metal one. And then this one, I believe, is the oldest one. I got it from an elderly gentleman that said his father brought it back. He was a World War II vet that brought back a bayonet, but his father brought back that sword. This is a very nice sword here that has it had a sword belt with it and the chops in it. Now this sword that has the orange tassel on it, I bought it from a man who told me he got it out of a warehouse in Tokyo. He said it was just stacked to the ceiling with swords. And he took that because it had that orange tassel on it, which I don't know the meaning of. And this one in the leather scabbard here is the first one I ever got. It was at a garage sale. These things are still razor sharp, ladies and gentlemen, 80 years later. And the one on the far right is a parade sword. I'm not sure, I just don't know enough about them. Then we have a variety of Japanese bayonets down here. You can see the earlier ones have the hooks on them. The mid to later war ones are the straight. And then I've got one in the middle there that's in the bamboo scabbard, and you might want to get a good shot at that middle one at the bottom there, Mitch. I can open them up and get them out, but I just hate to do it. So if y'all don't mind, I'm just going to point from here. I hope the glare's not too bad. How's the glare looking, Mitch? Good. So I treasure the swords. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't sell anything. I buy the stuff, and it's like a spider's web here. Once it comes in, it never goes out. So I'm always looking for World War II souvenirs. If y'all have any stuff that you don't want, that the family doesn't want, I'm interested in it to display it in the museum.